I haven't done a live like this in a while. So let's see if anybody gets on. So right now. I think Saturdays are just not it. Hello. Ooh, it's getting chilly. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. How are you guys today? Let me see if I could turn on my live. Not working. Hello, how are you guys? Let me see if. Okay, there we go. Now I see the messages. Hi, everybody. I know it's been a long time since I've done a live here on YouTube. It feels a little weird, and not gonna lie, I have kind of been off YouTube for a while because I've been doing so much and I just moved into my new house. So, welcome to my new studio. Hi, everybody. I missed you guys so much. It feels good to be back. So, I wanted to ask you guys what videos would you guys like to see from me? So I do have a list of videos and I kind of just been putting them off to the side because of everything that I've been doing. But I want to know what videos you guys would like to see from me next, or what are some topics and things that you guys are struggling with. If anything, I could answer them here, but I would like to make an in-depth video all about them. So hello. Okay. Let me see if I could jump on. Hola, Angelica. You guys make me so happy. Okay, let me see if I could jump on my computer for the live in case I'm missing any comments. And apparently it's not showing me. Okay, there we go. Wow, you guys are from all over the place. Indonesia, Mexico. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. Okay. Have you done an updated version of isolation? No, I don't think I've done a full video on isolation. Maybe I have. I don't remember. Honestly, guys, I have so many videos on my channel that I don't even remember, but I can add it to my list. As a matter of fact, let me just start writing them in my notebook. That way I can start doing them. So if you guys don't know, I transitioned into, is this a pen? No, it's a highlighter. I transitioned last year to doing more in-person trainings, and that's why I took some time off of YouTube to focus more on my in-person trainings. And it kind of took a toll on me having time to be able to dedicate to you guys here on YouTube, but I think it's time for a change. I miss YouTube. I miss sitting down, having my weekends available to create content for you guys. So I am transitioning back to being a full-time YouTuber again, and I'm so excited. And I can't wait to put out all the content that I have for you guys. So again, if you guys have any video ideas, shoot it my way because I am excited. I am ready to start creating more content for you guys. So, yes, I'm gonna do an updated version of isolation, and my pens are not working. Let me see if this one works. Probably should not put lotion on. Okay. Updated isolation. Since we are talking about isolation, let me just go ahead and jump into it and give you guys my best tips for that. So isolation can be very tricky, especially as a beginner. It's a skill that you do have to master over time, and that's something that you should probably shouldn't be stressing out about, especially if you are a beginner. If you are 1 month in, or probably a couple months in, if that's something you're still struggling, it can be one rather you can you guys tell I'm so out of it? Okay, so like I was saying, you're probably using the wrong tweezer, and not all tweezers work good for isolation in my opinion, and some tweezers that are meant for isolation only work in certain areas of the eye, which is a little crazy. You would think, oh, it's an isolation tweezer supposed to help, but no, I've noticed that I use different tweezers for isolations depending on what area of the eye I'm in. So I actually like to use a flat tweezer only for the inner corners, and I do have a flat tweezer in my tweezer collection. It's called Real AF, and that one is a straight isolation tweezer. So it'll help really lay down and spread that eyelid in the inner corners. For the center of the eye, I like to use more of a 45-degree angle tweezer, something like that. It just helps really anchor down and help isolate those lashes. If you're struggling with hand placement, then I recommend for you to go watch my YouTube video all about hand placement. I do have a full video on how I teach where to place your hand exactly to get the best isolation. So again, when it comes to isolation, there can be a lot of things that can be happening. Use tape to your advantage to help lift up those eyelids. That way you can see them better. Remember to be sitting up a little bit higher. That way you can see from up here and not from back here, because that's going to be a huge game changer right there. Okay, so it's so good to see you guys. Hi, everybody. Andrea, is that how you say your name? I'm sorry, I don't want to botch anybody's name. How do you plan your content? I just write down in my journal of all the things that I want to create, depending on a certain topic. Say I want to talk about retention tips, or I want to do a full in-depth video on how to do a light wispy set, which actually just launched. I launched that video yesterday, I believe. So yes, I have been launching YouTube videos. I know I kind of been MIA, but I have been launching YouTube videos. So if you guys have not seen those, then I recommend for you guys to go watch them. So when I do plan on my content, I'll show you guys. Okay. Whew. I'm gonna get into detail. Okay, so when it comes to planning my content, I have this planner, and it's actually from the Lash Professional. I've talked about the Lash Professional, especially their planner, in a couple of my videos. And let me show you guys. So this planner is a game changer for any lash artist. It is thick. She's a bad boy, and she's a bad boy. She's a bad girl. You know what I mean. So this planner is specifically made for lash artists. So the cool thing about it is that it gives you by day, and it also lets you, let me see. It also lets you plan out your work to-do list, your today's goals. So it gives you from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and you're able to write all your appointments for that day. It also gives you a personal to-do list, social media content. So if I'm planning to do any type of content that day, that I'm going to have it written down right here too. And then it gives you meal planning and habit and exercise tracker. So it gives you a lot of things to be able to stay on track. If you're not that kind of person that likes to write on a planner like that, then you could do it on your phone calendar, or you could just take a regular notebook and just write down ideas of content that you want to create, especially if you are trying to create reels for like TikTok or Instagram. Then it is a great idea to write down notes of the content that you want to do. It's better to do that than kind of just winging it. I feel like when you wing it, there's no proper order, and sometimes you feel like, I don't know, in my opinion, like when I do just random videos like that, I feel like it was out of place, or like it didn't belong. So when I do plan on my content, it helps me a little bit better, especially if you're wanting to start a YouTube channel. you really do need to have content idea to be able to put content out there, because if you just go and then you're like, I don't know what to do next, it gets a little overwhelming. So it's better for you to actually plan it out than not have anything planned out, if you know what I mean. Okay, so yeah, the lash artist um thing is from the Lash Professional, and actually this shirt is from the Lash Professional too. Okay, so next question is, when I practice on the mannequin, I always get glue stuck on the gel pad. Okay, that is gonna happen regardless. When you are practicing on a mannequin, especially if you have those single layer ones, it sits down, like those lashes sit on the iPad. You can't even lift them up. You can't do nothing about it. So that's something I wouldn't worry about, as long as you are getting the practicing of isolating and getting that placement. If you feel like there's too many stuck on there, then just come in and pull the natural lash with the extension and pull it off. That way they both come up together instead of you pulling the extension and then completely taking it off. So again, with the mannequin, just try your best. If it lashes get stuck, there's no way around it, because again, it's a mannequin. It's not like you can naturally go in there and lift up the eyelid, because it just sits that way. So just do your best, okay? um It's okay. We are all still here to support, even if you need time to work or plan. Thank you. So, yes, it's definitely been a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, I don't know, like I really, really wanted to do in-person trainings, but I mean, it's a different type of feeling compared to how I feel being able to create content for you guys and help somebody all the way in Indonesia or in the UK. Like, to me, that's a big blessing. Yes, I love each one of my students, and the fact that some of them flew out to get trained by me, that means the world to me. And I loved it for a whole year, but I think I want to transition back to what I love doing the most. And I'm so happy to be here with you guys. And I don't know, like, I guess what I thought was the better choice for me, um, or my brand, probably wasn't, because I feel like it took a lot of my time, and not in a bad way, but again, like you guys saw that I wasn't able to jump on here as much. And from going to creating 3 videos a week to probably only doing one a month, it did take a toll on me, because my love wasn't there. Not in a way where I didn't want to do it, just I didn't have the time for it. So doing private trainings every weekend did take a toll on me, because I did not have any days. And then Sunday was my only day off. And then even on Sundays, I was trying to play catch up for the rest of the week. So now that I'm transitioning into doing group trainings, I'm only going to do them once a month. And if you guys don't know, I am doing a tour here in the US. So if you guys are interested about my tour, and if you guys would like to get trained by me, this is probably going to be your only chance, because I'm not going to be doing private trainings. I'm going to be focusing on my tour. So jump on it. I recommend for you guys to jump on it if you guys are serious about leveling up your skills. So our training for Lash&Beauty, that's the name of our training. It's going to be me and Ariel. If you guys don't know who Ariel is, she is an amazing lash artist. Her brand is Flourish Lashes, and she's another YouTuber as well. So I teamed up with her, and we're doing a Lash&Beauty tour, and we're going to be training all over the US. So our upcoming one is in LA, May 6th and 7th. So it's in 2 weeks. We're excited. We can't wait to see everybody. And then after that, we're going to be in New York on the 10 and 11, Dallas, I really don't know the dates. But if you guys are interested, I will have the link for you guys. And it's pretty much in all my videos. So if you guys have seen all my videos, they have the link for the Lash&Beauty tour, for all the cities and information and all that. So yeah, okay, so somebody was asking, I would love to have a virtual training from you. I actually have not, sorry guys, I'm like under the, the bed, it's getting a little chilly. So I don't know if I'm actually gonna be doing virtual training as of yet. I have not ventured into that area. I probably should look into it. And I know Ariel was kind of teaching me her ways because I know she does virtual training. So I don't know what it is about virtual training that kind of intimidates me, because now that I've had experience doing in-person trainings, there's something about being there in person where I'm able to catch those little mistakes or those little bad habits that you're creating. That way I can stop you from it forming into a habit. So I won't be able to see that. I won't be able to see those little tiny mistakes that you're doing, and I won't be able to catch that. So I think that's the only reason why I haven't ventured into the virtual training, because I don't know how I feel about me not being able to see your every move. Maybe I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I'll look into it, and if one day I decide to do it, then I would love to train you. Okay, so Baby Kari is asking, why do some lash trays don't stick at the bottom when I try to fan? I saw that you don't even need to use your... Okay, why do some lash trays don't stick at the bottom when I try to fan? I saw that you don't even use your other hand anymore, but I'm striving to be that good. Okay. Why do some lash trays don't stick at the bottom? Are you talking about the strips of the lashes? If that's the case, then one, it can be your lash tile probably has too much oil. You need to like sanitize it or something. Or two, it can be that some lashes, I don't know, why is it not sticking? It's a good reason. Mm, do your lash strips have a foiled back, or they don't have a foiled back, Kari? Because if it can be either or, some lash strips. What am I talking about? Okay, so it is a foiled bag. Yeah, sometimes with foiled bags, because they are meant for you to gently like pull them off the lash tray without it getting stuck to your lash tray. That's what that foiled bag is for. So sometimes when that does happen, I recommend for you to just tape down the edges. That way it fully secures. It's there's something about a foil bag that it does that. It's meant for you to easily remove them off your lash tray. That way it doesn't leave any strip behind. So in a way it's better, but it can be a little frustrating because I know I have fold backs on my lash tray and sometimes it doesn't stick, and it can be because of the lash tile that you're using, or just it's not sticky enough. So just tip them on the side and you should not have any issues. Okay, so you're also talking about that I don't fan with my other hand. So I don't pinch anymore. And it's been a huge game changer. If you guys don't know, I do have my online volume course where I show you guys how to fan faster and how to lash faster. Pretty much just learning this technique alone is gonna help your guys speed improve, because now you won't have to be sitting there isolating and then coming over here and then picking up some lashes and let go of isolation and pinch pinch pinch, which will probably take you about a minute to pinch, and then you have to go and try to isolate again with one hand and then dip it in the glue and then place it right. The whole pinching process is so slow, so slow. And I thought I was a professional. I thought I was really good at pinching, and it wasn't until I learned this technique where I do teach in my volume course that has changed the game for me. Like, I hate pinching. I hate it. Like, it's a cool technique, I'm not gonna lie, but I hate it because I know that it makes you slower. It doesn't really do nothing for you. Yes, in a way your fans come out better looking, not gonna lie. Like, if you can master pinching, your fans just fan out beautifully and you could get a wider fan. But ever since I learned this technique, we want to be faster, right? Like, we want to be able to get our clients in and out and make more money. So why are we gonna take 1 minute doing one single fan when we can do 10 fans in that 1 minute? it's just a game changer. So I recommend for you guys to go check out my volume online course. I did just launch my mega volume online course yesterday. So if you guys are interested, sign up to my Yogis Plus. Through my Yogis Plus membership, you get access to all my online courses for free. For free. You're saving thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars being a member. Not only that, you're saving money on my products because you get a 50% off and free shipping. So right now it's only available to the US. I'm still trying to figure out the whole international shipping. It is killer to ship outside of the US, and we're still trying to figure out how we can do a membership that benefits people outside of the US. So again, it's only for the US members where they do get free shipping. So I recommend for you guys to go sign up. That way you guys can go check it out. Kat, I am so glad you're loving my membership. Just makes me so happy because I'm able to share more. And also, if you guys are a member, you guys get exclusive access to a Facebook group chat where you guys pretty much get free mentorship from me. The reason why I don't do lives here on my YouTube as much is because I dedicate most of my time to my members. I know, kind of. I know, but the reason why is because they're on there, so I want to be able to give my time to my members, and that's pretty much free mentorship. Okay, so I caught myself. I caught myself. I say pretty much a lot. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. My brain just doesn't comprehend and it just says it. I'm trying to fix my vocabulary, guys. I promise you. I'm reading books, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm trying to improve in any way I can, but something about my vocabulary, it's there. It's just there. So don't mind me. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so what I was saying is that, yeah, through my Yois Plus membership, you do get access to my online courses for free. You do get certification upon completion, so you will have to submit work for that in order for you to get certified. You get my products 50% off and free shipping. You guys are saving thousands and thousands on products and courses, and then you also get free mentorship. So if you guys don't know, I do offer mentorship, and I charge a pretty penny for an hour of my time. And you guys get that for free through my membership. So I recommend for you guys to sign up. It's only $19.99 a month. 19, why did that sound so wrong? $19.99 a month. It's no contract, you can cancel anytime. And honestly, I think it's the best thing that I've done because I'm helping you guys save money and I'm helping you guys expand your skill levels. And you guys get free mentorship out of it. So yeah, I try to do weekly lives at least once a week, and I try to do live lash with me is once a week. But because of the whole movie and the whole transition, it's been a little bit hard, but now that I'm finally settled in, I'm able to get back on it. Okay, so like a lot. I don't know what it is. Like when you just get like, there I go. I don't know. Just our vocabulary. I don't know if it's because I'm Mexican or because of the way that I grew up, or maybe because when I was little, I never even talked. And this is something that I'm barely finding out about myself, is that when I was little, I would go days, even months without talking to anybody. I was like shy girl that would just sit in the corner and then just draw, be all alone. I would sit by a tree in my backyard just drawing, and just I was always by myself. I was that loner, you know? So for me, now that I'm being like very expressive on my YouTube channel, I talk a lot, and it's weird because I went from not talking to talking now. So I've come a long way, guys. Okay, yes, me too. I didn't learn English properly until the third grade, and it's weird because I catch myself sometimes. I get myself confused with Spanish and English, and what's funny is that I feel like I can't even speak Spanish properly because I mainly speak English now, but somehow my brain gets the two confused. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm dyslexic in a way. I don't know. So yeah, my brain can't comprehend both languages, and my tongue gets all tied up, and that's why I stutter. And yeah, the thing about being bilingual. Okay. Okay. Um, I was first generation, so my accent comes out here and there, so I get it. I don't know what it is like about being the first generation. Like I'm first generation too. My parents don't even know how to speak English, and when they do, they sound so goofy and cute, and I love it. But it's a very strong accent, you know. So I don't think I have an accent. I just think I talk funny. But when I do talk in Spanish, I definitely have an accent. I don't sound like a Mexican. At least I think so. Like I could talk pretty good Spanish, like when with my parents. Like when it comes to my parents, I think because I'm so comfortable around them, I talk good Spanish. And my parents are from El Rancho, so they talk slang. Like it's not even proper Spanish. So when I do talk to other Hispanics and they're talking proper Spanish, I'm like, yeah, that was what? That was too proper for me. I think I consider myself one of those no sabo kids. Okay, I'm going off topic here. Okay, so Kat, honestly, you helped me so much through that membership. I watch your videos again and again. Every time I have a question about something, the next couple of videos, I watch you answer it. So, yes, I think that's one thing people miss, even here on my YouTube channel, is that I feel like I've answered every possible question in all of my videos. So when somebody only watches one or two videos, and I get it, you know, sometimes they're new on my channel and they've only seen a couple of videos, but when they ask a question, I'm just like, man, like if you were to take the time to watch this video or this other videos, like I'll pretty much answered it in detail, you know? So I still have to take the time to go and answer because I don't want to be leaving anybody unread. Like to me, it feels weird, you know, and sometimes it's hard for me to come around and answer people, but my videos answer everything, and I try my best to be as detailed as I can in my videos because I know that there's probably something that you missed, and maybe in my next video I was able to answer it, you know? So I'm glad that my videos have been helpful even through my membership. So that's what I'm here for. Did you take ESOL too? uh, yes. Is that the Spanish class? No, I didn't. Honestly, I was that bad kid in school. not like, not like I was like bad, you know. It's just my parents never really were disciplined about me going to school, and probably because, you know, again, they grew up on a little farm, not a little farm, it was a huge farm out in the mountains in Mexico, and they never went to school because their school was the next town over, and that was like hours for them to get to the next town over. So my parents didn't go to school, so to them it didn't really matter to them. So for me, I never took it as school was important, and I never really went. Like I ditched it if I could. Like I was just, you know, and now I'm just like, man, I wish somebody would have taught me that discipline. Like I wish somebody would have been hard on me and tell me your education is important. You know, I probably would have been a lot smarter. I probably would have been, you know, I don't know, but like in a way it has taught me a lesson to take my life seriously, because it wasn't until I got kicked out of school because I was overage. I had flunked seventh grade. Seventh grade, can you believe that? Seventh grade, because my mom never took me to school. And I'm laughing about it because I'm like, what? Like, how does somebody flunk seventh grade, you know? But it was a life lesson to me because when I got kicked out of school, all my friends were able to graduate, and I didn't because I wasn't taught the discipline to keep going to school, you know? So I took it upon myself to go and finish school. So I actually ended up going to Reno to finish, to get my GED. And honestly, it wasn't until then when I realized how bad I had messed up in school. And it pressured me, like I pressured myself to become a better person. And then up until then, I started taking um, leadership classes. I started taking reading books. Like I was all about my education, and it sucks because when I was in school, I didn't take it seriously, and it wasn't until I got kicked out where I did take it seriously. And I think that made me who I am today because I do take myself seriously. I take my education seriously. I take my life seriously, you know? So I come from a family that's like that, that doesn't really care about doing better or, you know, succeeding in life. They just work hard to just come home, you know, and watch TV. And I'm not about that, you know, like I I see my parents and my dad should be retired by now, you know? And of course, as Mexicans, the dad is like the hardworking and, you know, provides for the family. And it hurts. It hurts to see that my dad should be retired. And I think that's why I work so hard to be able to be the one to help him out, you know? And I think I'm going off topic here, and I'm so sorry. This was supposed to be about lashes, and somehow it's turned into something else. Okay, so um oh my god. Grew up on a rancho in Mexico with mm-hmm, yes. Oh, you guys. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Your GED, now you're getting your aesthetics license. There's something about there's something about coming from a family that doesn't really, I mean, I'm not trying to get too much into detail about like my childhood, and I don't even know why I'm going down this road, but there's something about, oh, how do I say it? Coming from, you know, that kind of childhood, the reason why I'm so dependent on myself and the reason why I work so hard and why I'm so hard on myself is because I didn't have anybody that did that for me, you know? And I love my parents. I love them to death. And, you know, my dad taught me to work hard and I admire him for everything. But at the end of the day, I wasn't taught about discipline. I wasn't taught anything other than working hard, you know? And I guess that's why I am the way I am. And maybe some of you can relate to that. And you know, but at the end of the day, we can't blame anybody for why we are where we are today, you know? Like it's, as adults, like that should be our biggest motivator to get ahead and to do better, you know? Like maybe we were not taught better, but as an adult, like we know better, you know? So um, you know, if you guys do come from that, then I wish you guys happiness and success, and that all comes down to your gut and your determination to get ahead. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but I hope I hope that reached somebody, okay? So, but it does hurt. I want my dad to retire already, and I'm pushing myself hard for them. Yes, I completely understand, girl. I know because we want our parents to chill. You know, they worked hard for us, and now it's our turn to take care of them. I actually heard this somewhere that it is not the child's obligation to take care of the parent. Like nowhere does it ever say that a child has a responsibility to take care of their parent even when they are old. Like they were the ones, you know, messing around and they had kids, and it's their responsibility to take care of their kids even till the end of time. Doesn't matter if their kids are old too, you know? But me being who I am, I would much rather take care of my parents than see my parents struggle. You know, like I did not have the greatest childhood, and because of the things that I experienced, it probably made me too caring, and I just want my parents to be happy too at the end of the day, because they came from Mexico. They left everything behind to give us a better life, and I owe it to them to give them a better life. So that's why I work hard, and you know okay, so let's get into some lash questions because I don't know where I went with this. I'm so sorry, but it feels good to be able to share something with you guys that I don't talk about. Like I don't ever share anything personal about me, because in a way I am kind of private. Like even though I do vlogs and I do post a lot about myself, I there are things that I don't share, like my husband, or some private stuff, or who I really am. And if you guys would like to see more personal things about myself, then I can do that, but I feel like there's always a limit to sharing vulnerability with you guys. And maybe these lives can be that for you, but at the end of the day, it's a little personal. Okay, so I don't mind sharing a little bit with you guys. Oh my god, I'm getting so cold. Okay, so questions. I probably should have not turned on the AC because I am right under the vent. This was not a good idea. You're like my mentor now. Holy moly. Oh, baby Car, you're so cute. It's so hard because I feel like we owe it to them to show them all the hard work they put in to give us a better future, that we want to show them that it was worth it and we did it thanks to them. Yes, obviously you don't want to let them down, and I know exactly how you feel. Okay, so Kat is asking, I've completed my classic course with your membership. I just have to actually do the classic set and take pictures and send them to you. Is that right? Then I'll get a certificate, I think. Yes, so when you do take my online courses, you will have to submit rather on a mannequin or a real person. But the thing is that you do have to submit the same mapping that was taught on my course. So the one that you saw me doing the model with, that is the best way that I know that you actually tried and that you didn't take all the work or somebody else's work. And that just lets me know that you understood the course. So that is the best way to submit pictures. You could email them on the email that was linked in the course. That way you guys, sorry, I'm getting a message. I probably should have put my phone on do not disturb. Yeah, that way it just shows me that you guys understood the course. Kenya, preparing to do lashes full time and starting the business. What is difficult to buying a home? Was it difficult buying a home as a business owner? Okay, so I have not bought a house. I don't think I've been specific about me moving into the new house. It's new to me, but obviously it's not new. This is a rental. So we are actually preparing ourselves to buy a house by the end of the year. So that is our goal, is to buy a house by the end of the year or first thing next year. So we are trying to get everything in order. The reason why we've been pushing it back, honestly, we could have bought a house before we even got married, but we have a goal. And they usually tell you, just buy a starter home, and then you could sell it and then buy a better house. But I want to pour my money into a house that I'm going to be happy with, not something that I'm just going to settle with because that's the only thing that I could afford. So I'm growing my business. My goal is to grow my business to be able to afford my dream house. And I want to start a family, and we've been trying. So if God ever blesses us with a baby one day, then I want my babies to grow up in our house, and not just the house that I settled for. So that's where we're at. We're working on all that. If I recommend anything, I recommend for you guys to have your business in order, meaning that you done your taxes correct, that you have a legitimate business, as in you have an LLC, if not an LLC, then a DBA, which is doing business as, and do your taxes the correct way. If you don't know, then hire a somebody that will help you on how to be able to file correctly for your taxes. That way, your business is in order. So I actually have, like, me and my husband, he kind of handles all that. So as far as like the business side, my husband is on top of it, and I owe him everything because he is just the man behind everything. So if you guys ever receive any emails, he is mainly him. Okay, like, I'm busy with my clients and then content and all that, so he is the man behind everything. So when it comes to like the business side of all that, that is something that he is the professional in. Okay, so um, uh, and then I just keep practicing on real people and then start your wispy course. Okay, Kat, back to the courses. Um, So, yes, what I recommend is to do my courses in order. So, do the classic course, and then when you're done with that one, do the volume course. And then when you're done with the volume, then mega volume and wispy will be a lot more easier to understand. Because if you were to jump from classic to the wispy course, it's not going to make sense, because through my wispy course, you do need to know at least volume lashing to be able to understand it. So kind of go in order, classic, volume, mega volume, and then wispy, because wispy is a little more advanced and I go more into detail on advanced styling. So that is why I recommend to go in that order. Okay, transparency, we thank you for it. If you guys um, don't know, this is something that I try to keep it real on my channel, you know. Sometimes I just come on here and say blah blah blah, you know, but I want to show myself authentically to you guys, and I don't want to be known as somebody that's fake or somebody that just comes on here to look cute. I don't like that. Like, if I look beat up, it's because I don't care, but as long as I get my message across, then that's all that matters to me. So again, at the end of the day, I try to be transparent and show myself authentically to you guys. Um, okay, don't be sorry. It just shows how far you've come. Well, you're married, so never mind my question about buying a home as a business owner. If you're referring to you being like a single person and then buying a home, I honestly don't have that kind of experience, because you're right, I am married, you know, and my husband does help me out on a lot of things. I don't know if I would have if I would have been in a different path, if I would have been single doing this, creating content and lashing full time, I don't know if my head would have been mentally prepared to have a house. I probably would have been like in a nice apartment somewhere, you know, but because my life is a little bit different, I am married, so yeah, my goal is to buy a house, but not right now, at the end of the year, you know, hopefully. But I don't know, like, maybe your situation is different, maybe you have kids, maybe, you know, you are trying to buy a house. So my best advice is to get somebody to help you, you know, hire a realtor or somebody that can actually walk you through the process of what it is that you need to do for your business to be legitimate in order for you to qualify to buy a house. Because it is hard, I'm not gonna lie, it is a lot harder for a self-employed or somebody with a business to get a house compared to somebody that is employed. It's a little messed up, you know. You could be making well over $200,000 in your business, and they're still not going to accept you, because for whatever reason they look at people as self-employed as risky, you know. And it sucks to say that, and I think that's the biggest issue we've been having as far as buying a house, is that reason. Because as a business owner and self-employed, it's a lot trickier. So my best advice is to get somebody to help you out, to make sure that everything with your business is correct and in order, and maybe at the end of the year you can qualify to buy a house. But my best advice is to get somebody to help you, because at the end of the day you can't do it all, you know, especially if you're single, you have kids, you know, you have whatever it is going on. Maybe it's best to hire somebody to help you and walk you through the process of that. Okay, so if I wanted to get certified for volume, then I would take the volume class. Or do you get certified for everything? No. So You get certified. Oh my goodness, I am freezing. I should go turn off. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go turn off the AC because it's been running for too long. Give me a second. I'll be back. Okay, still going. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay. So I was reading. Where are you at? Go down. So, baby Kari, is that, am I saying your name right? I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. So, if I want to get certified for volume, then I would take the volume class, or do you get certified for everything? So, yes, you get certified for only the course that you take. So, if you completed the volume course, then that means that you will only get certified for volume. If you are taking the mega volume, then you only get certified for mega volume. So, you will have to watch each video, complete each section of each course, and then submit your work afterwards for each style. So yeah, you don't get certified for everything, so you will have to do it each individually. Okay, you're doing your daughter tomorrow. Oh, congratulations. My biggest tip is to take it easy. It's gonna be hard. You're probably gonna struggle. You're probably gonna feel defeated, and it's okay. But just don't let those emotions get the best of you, and just remember to breathe if it does get complicated, and remember to take it easy. If you go past 4 or 5 hours, then so be it. As I mean, it's your daughter, so if you don't complete the set, then just let it be. If you get frustrated, just let it be, and then save it for the next day. Because again, the last thing I want is for you to get so fed up with it and so discouraged, and you just completely stop and say, this is not for me. And I know our emotions get the best of us, especially as a woman. So it's better for you to just remember to breathe and take it easy, okay? But I wish you the best, and I hope that everything goes good for you tomorrow. Just letting you know, I love your videos. You're so sweet and genuine. I love it. Oh, thanks, girl. Again, I try to be authentic, and I try to be my truest self, because again, I don't want to come up on here and seem stuck up and rude, and I don't like that. Honestly, I can't relate. I can't relate. Like I've I've to this day I still deal with like stuck up girls, and I'm just like, are we in high school? Like, I mean, come on. Like why can't we just be friends? Like there's no competition here, you know? I don't know what it is. Like uh okay. Yeah, my husband is a big supporter. And honestly, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. It took him a while for him to see this as a business, or as like more than just me lashing. Like he comes from like, we're Hispanic, so the guy is like the provider, and the guy is like everything, and I'm not saying nothing bad about it. Like I respect him so much, and he works so hard for me, and he keeps the roof over my head, and I love him for everything that he does. But it was really hard for him to accept the fact that um this was something more, and it wasn't until I started reaching big numbers here on YouTube, and I started getting a lot of people requesting for me to start my product line, where he was like, wait a minute, like, this is for real, huh? And I'm like, I've been telling you, like, like you're so caught up in you being the provider that you don't realize that if we work together, this could turn into something more, and honestly, that's what I've seen happening a lot with a lot of brands out there where the girl just starts off as just a lash artist. Some of them start from home and then they end up opening the salon, and then their husbands are like, wait a minute, like I can quit my job, and my husband has not worked in 3 weeks, and the business provides us with that, and one day, like, I want to say that because of my little side gig, I was able to retire my husband, and now we work together, and not gonna lie, like, working with your husband is the hardest thing. Because, like, I kind of like things my way, and mainly because I know the ins and outs of everything, and he's still trying to catch up, and he's like, okay, what is this lash, and what is this for, and like, I have to explain to him, so he's not fully submerged into the whole industry, but he is the backbone of everything, um but it was really hard for him to fully jump on board. And the fact that he has not worked in 3 weeks, mainly because we've been moving out, we've been all of this, like we've been trying to, launching more products, and there's been so much going on within the business that he hasn't had, he hasn't had the time to go work his regular job. And he's an independent contractor, so he doesn't necessarily have to go in. He doesn't have a set schedule, so he could go in whenever he wants, but he's the kind of guy that wakes up at 5 in the morning to go to work at 6 because he wants to, and he feels like it is his obligation to do that, But to say that my little side gig is now the main provider for my family, it blows my mind, like that to me is a big blessing, and it makes me happy knowing that one day I can officially retire him and he can work for my brand, And technically it's not my brand, it's both of ours. So it's not just mine, like he is full 100% in the business. So, yeah. Um if that is something that you want for your family, or maybe not, but just know that your little side lash business can turn into something more, something bigger than you could have imagined. And I never thought I would be, selling products. I never thought that I would be doing trainings. I never thought that I would be traveling to for trainings, like I never thought all this, I just wanted to stay at home and make some lash money for me, and to help pay the bills and buy myself underwear. Like that's how broke we were, guys. Like we were struggling to the point where I couldn't even afford underwears. To the point where we were eating ramen every day and $1 cheeseburgers from McDonald's. Like that's how broke we were. And to now think that we don't have to depend on my husband's income to survive, like that blows my mind. And I know it can happen for everybody, because if it could happen to little old me, it can happen to anybody as long as you work hard for it. And that's why I do what I do, because if my story can inspire somebody and give them hope that their life can completely change just by having the drive and determination to get ahead, then I promise you guys that's all it takes, is that hunger to get ahead, that hunger to work hard toward your dreams, and not let anybody stop you, and not let anybody criticize you, or you're just a lash artist. No, I'm a business owner and I make more money than you could even do in 1 year. I want you guys to get to that point where you can brag about your business, where you can be like, I did this, like I worked so hard, and now I can take my family on vacations, not just to California on the weekends, but to like a real vacation in Mexico, like, or Hawaii, or even Greece, or I can buy myself my dream car, which I did that a year ago. And it's crazy to think that, because when I look at my car, it's just a car, it might be something materialistic, but I didn't have a car. Like, I dreamt about having a car, and we actually had to sell my car to pay for our bills because we couldn't afford it. And to now be able to look at my car and be like, I worked hard for that. Like, that blows my mind. And maybe it's not about materialistic for you guys, and it wasn't for me. It was just about being able to pay the bills and buy sushi on the weekends instead of eating ramens and McDonald's cheeseburgers every day. Like, to me, it was about that. And now it has turned more into, how can I make more money to be able to retire my dad and take care of him, you know buy his dream house, like, buy, like, it's more than just me at this point. And I hope that one day you can see the potential in what your business can turn into too. So that's why I do what I do, because I know that if it worked for me, it can work for you too. So, okay, enough about the whole little um, inspirational for today. Okay, so, okay. Okay, so Envy was asking, what is the tactic that got you the most clients? So I do have a full video about how to gain and keep clientele. In that video, I do talk about A to Z of what I did. So the first thing was referrals. For all of my friends and my sisters and family members, I would tell them, like, when I actually started charging my family and friends, I would tell them, like, hey, if you can get like one of your girlfriends in, or a friend or whatever, I'll do your next fill for free. Because I am gonna have to start charging you whatever. Like, I only did. Okay, so let me just kind of back up a little bit of how everything went by, because it's a little trickier when I try to explain it backwards. But when I first got started, I actually lashed my close friends and families for like 1 or 2 weeks. I only did them once or twice. And after that, I told them, like, hey, just letting you know, like, I do need money to be able to, restock on my products. So I am going to have to be charging you for the fills. So if you want to continue getting fills done by me, then it is going to be like $50. I think I was charging like $50 for fills. So most of them didn't like that. Most of them just dropped down. They're like, nah, I don't want to pay for it. So the girls who will support you, and the girls who care less about you, as in family members, they're not going to support you even if you were to charge them $50. Like, $50? Are you kidding me? Like, 50? That's nothing, nothing compared to what I charge now. $50 is nothing. So a bunch of them were like, okay, like, I want it for free. So they started referring people, and half of those people never came back to me. Okay. And it sucks to say that. And I thought, like, okay, so let's be honest. The reason why people were not coming back to me in the beginning was because my retention was horrible. Horrible. Everything that I was taught in the training that I took was just complete trash, and nothing was working for me. The glue wasn't working, my tweezers, everything was like horrible, right? So I wasn't really taught anything in my training. So I didn't know nothing about retention. Like, I thought the lashes were supposed to stick, and then I was getting complaints that they were not sticking. So in my mind, I'm like, what's wrong? Like, oh, and I was just like, well, it's probably you, because I did what I was supposed to do. Like, again, back in the day, there was no information. Like, nobody was giving their secrets. There was no YouTube videos about retention. Sorry, I just spit. So there was like no information. So I thought, well, I mean, it's not me. Like, I did everything correctly. So, like, what are you doing? Like, I was quick to blame the products, and I was quick to blame the client, instead of really analyzing what I was doing. I was using a 5-second dry time glue. Horrible. I don't recommend, even for a beginner, to use a 5-second dry time glue. It doesn't really do nothing for you. And especially if you're not really taught correctly on glues and the importance of humidity and temperature, you're gonna struggle a lot because now that 5 second dry time glue is gonna turn into a 30-second dry time glue and it's never gonna dry. So there I am struggling, right? And then my clients were not coming back, and I was blaming the glue instead of actually really paying attention to what I was doing. And it wasn't until I changed products, I ended up starting using a different company, and a lot of things changed for me. So during this time, I think only three girls out of the ones that were referred to me by friends and family stayed with me. And those same girls were with me for a whole year. And I don't know what it was that I didn't think about doing the referral program with these clients. Maybe it was because I was shy, maybe because I was scared of asking them for referrals, that it turned into me being stuck for a whole year. And it was my fault. It was my fault because I didn't push myself out there. And I mean, get it. I was posting on Instagram all day, every day, and I was reusing the same content, and I was just flipping the picture to make it seem like it was a new picture. And I was still asking my sister, my main sister, she was like my main model, and I would use her for everything. So if I wanted to learn a new style, I would ask her. So she was my guinea pig. So she was pretty much my main girl that I was lashing all the time, but it kept me busy. It kept me learning, and it kept me doing, improving my skills. So other than that, the same three girls were with me all the first year. And it wasn't until I fully submerged into the referral program where I got the balls to finally ask them and like, hey, can you refer somebody? And they're like, oh yeah. So in my mind, I felt bad for asking for a referral. What the heck? For a referral. And it wasn't even as bad as I thought. And they were happy to refer somebody. So with the referral program, you can either do a discount, or you can do a free fill, whatever it is. So with the girl that refers, so my client, if she refers somebody, rather she gets half off her fill, or she gets a free fill, or she gets like $10 off her fill, and her referral that she brings in also gets $10. So again, depending on the price of your set will depend on how much of a discount you're going to give them, because you obviously do not want to be lashing everybody for free, right? So I would say like $10, especially if you're like in the low hundreds, under 100, then it just depends. So a discount goes a long way. And I know a lot of people will tell you never give a discount, but what other thing can you do other than give a discount, right? So girls love discounts, so it's better for you to just do it and try and see if it works for you. So referrals were a must for me. Loyalty program was the one thing that changed everything for me. So I ended up doing loyalty cards, and the loyalty cards, every 10th fill, they get, so every fifth fill, they get half off the fill, and then on their 10th fill, they get it for free. My girls love that. They absolutely love it. Like once they get their 10th fill, like they come in, they're like, so it's for free, right? Like they love it. They get excited that they get a free fill. So once that card is done, then they get a new card, and they don't forget. They're like, I want my new card, and they're on it. And for me, it's a blessing to be able to do that, because if somebody can stay loyal to me for 10 times, that's already a win right there. Like you already got them. If they've been coming to you for 10 times already, you got them. So if they've been coming to you for a year, they're officially loyal. Like these girls are not going to leave you no matter what, unless they move or whatever. But that's the only time that I've had girls not come back to me, is rather that I have, yeah, most of them have moved. So other than that, all my girls have been loyal, and it's because of that loyalty program. So again, referrals, loyalty program. And the best thing that I advice I can give you as far as keeping clientele is personality wise. They want to feel relatable to you. They want to feel like you care about them. They want to feel like you're a friend. Because at the end of the day, we're not just their lash artists, we're also the therapist, somebody that they can come and vent, somebody that they can just tell their whole life away, you know? So if you are not that kind of person that cares about that, it's probably going to be a little bit harder to keep somebody. It doesn't matter if you have a loyalty program or a referral program, because again, at the end of the day, somebody is not going to refer somebody to you if they don't have that bond with you. So you have to go out of your way to make that connection with them. So again, I have a full video all about this, and I do get more into detail all about that. And I recommend for you guys to watch that video. It's called How to Gain and Keep Clientele. Okay, I know I got a little more into it, but I mean, that's what this is for. Okay, so tweezers. What is the best pair of fanning, shimmy, or pinching? I know you don't like to pinch. LOL, seeing your tweezer piece in Instagram. Got the magic mic and all. Could you, magic mic and all? Could you elaborate? Um, okay, so I think the magic mic is not mine. Magic mics are from Libé Lash. So those are not mine. But if we're talking about the magic mic, the tweezer that you got, that's a 45-degree angle tweezer. I used to be a ride or die for 45-degree angle tweezers, and I still use them. I mainly use them for isolation. I love 45-degree angle tweezers for isolation. But if you are a member, or if you're not a member of my OEs Plus, in my volume course, I go more into detail on tweezers. I think even in my classic course, I go more into detail on tweezers and what I use them for and what they're good for. But if I were to just start naming them on the top of my head, for the tweezers that I do have in my own collection, I have Boss, which it is the big tweezer. It's the big crane tweezer. That one has a bigger tip, and something like that is perfect for mega volume lashing because you're able to pick up more lashes because it has a bigger tip. So then I have the mini crane tweezer, which is called That Girl. So it looks just like the Boss tweezer, just a smaller tip. That one is perfect for volume and mega volume. You can even use it for isolation, but I mainly use it to pick up lashes. It's technically a multi-use tweezer depending on what you want to use it for, but I mainly use it for volume lashing. So for the 45-degree tweezer, which is similar to the Magic Mic, that one is called Dreamer, and it is perfect for pretty much everything: isolation, picking up classic lashes, picking up volume lashes, picking up mega volume lashes. But the thing about it is that it's a smaller tip, so I don't necessarily use it for mega volume. I use it for classic isolation and volume, but it is such a great tweezer that you could still use it for mega volume. Then we have, what's tweezer? Bootylicious. That one's a 90-degree tweezer. So that one, I would only use it for volume and mega volume, and it is perfect for picking up volume lashes. And then we have Real AF, which is a straight isolation tweezer, which I only use it for isolation. I see people use tweezers like that to picking up classic lashes. I don't recommend it. It's kind of a weird tweezer to pick up lashes. So I mainly use it for isolation. When it comes to any technique, you can use any tweezer for any technique. Doesn't matter if it's shimmy or pinching. Sorry, I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Give me a second, guys. Okay. Oops. So, oh wow, I was shaking a lot. Sorry. So again, like I was saying, the type of tweezers that you use doesn't really matter as long as they have amazing grip. So again, you can use any tweezer. It just depends on the type of technique that you use. I don't pinch anymore because again, I use the shimmy flower technique. And that one, I don't. I use pretty much all of them. I use the Bootylicious, the Dreamer, the Boss, even That Girl. Like I use all kinds of tweezers. It just depends on what I feel like using that day. So I go back and forth between all my tweezers. But yeah, there's no uh, tweezer that is meant for a specific type of styling of fanning. It just depends on what you prefer to use. That's why there's so many tweezers out in the market, because everybody likes different tweezers. Okay, where was I? Where was I? Thank you so much for all your help, advice, and support. You're amazing, and you make me believe I can truly do this, better mine and my family's life with my new path I'm taking. Thank you. Oh, that makes me so happy. That's what I'm here for, okay? Like I just want to be that helping hand and that little whisper in your ear that sounds so cringy. Telling you can do this. Okay. That's the reason why I only watch your videos. You're not just trying to make a quick buck and just give us advice that isn't helpful. You actually give us the full information and dedication. Oh, thanks, hon. That's exactly like this is why I do this because I remember when I first got started and you guys are so lucky. I'm telling you guys how lucky you guys and you guys should be taking full advantage on how much information is out there because when I first got started, there was hardly any YouTube videos, and the girls that were doing videos on YouTube were using pre-made fans. So you could only imagine. Here I am trying to learn how to do fans, and these girls are just plopping these lashes because they're pre-made fans, and I'm like, I'm not even learning anything. Like I learned more from the sit down videos than the actual tutorials than anything because these girls weren't really teaching me how to make a fan or how to place a fan or like nothing. So you guys have all this information at the palm of your hands. So take full advantage because when I first got started, I didn't know who to ask for help. And back in the day, nobody was willing to share their information. Nobody. They would tell you, "Oh, well, you got to pay for my training course." And here I am, $3,000, $4,000 in debt because I'm trying to start my lash business. I paid for a training, I bought all this material, I bought my bed, and I don't know nothing about nothing. But yet, girls still expect you to pay for more training when when there's no way. Like I completely understand. Some of you are single moms, some of you are making ends meet, can hardly even afford to pay your rent or even buy food for your kids. Or I get it. I completely understand that some of you are not in that position to keep paying for trainings, so why would I do that to you? Like I was in that position where I couldn't even afford another training. I had to figure it out one way or another, and nobody was willing to share their information. So I figured it out. That's why I started my YouTube channel, to be that helping hand, because man, did I struggle. And oh my God, like there were so many times where I wanted to give up. But if I can be that somebody to be able to help you out, at least if it's with retention or how to get a new client or how to place a lash or how to do a simple classic set, like I won. To me, I won because I was able to help you out. I don't care if I never make a penny off of you. I just want you to succeed because I know how hard it is to pay your bills, and I know how hard it is surviving off of ramen. And I could only imagine if I had kids being in that situation. So I don't know. It blows my mind. And it sucks to say this, but in the lash industry, I don't want to get too much into detail, but I'm really annoyed about the lash industry because it is very clicky, and you're only a somebody if you know the people who have been in the industry longer. Um, I don't want to get too much. Oh my God, obviously I'm getting into it now. But it sucks to think that you can pour your heart and soul into doing something amazing for the industry as far as helping everybody out, but in the eyes of people who have been in the industry longer, you're a nobody because you're giving away too much information. It sucks to be seen that way, because it sucks to think that they look down on YouTubers because you shouldn't be giving free information. You should be charging for everything. But I'm not like that. I don't like that. And I see no point in being like that. Like that worked for all the older generation lash artists, but it's not it now. Like look at all these TikTokers, look at all these Instagrammers. Like they are making it by providing and doing free information. So why are we so stuck on thinking that YouTuber lash artists are nothing because they're giving away free information? It just sucks to say that, and I didn't want to get into it, but obviously I'm a little bit bothered by it. That's why I'm talking about it. But it just sucks. It sucks that I don't know. I guess in a way, I'm stuck in that. Do I have something to prove? Like, or do I not? Or like, what am I doing? You know, like what? Not necessarily as that I'm gonna stop what I'm doing, but like it sucks to be seen as you ain't shit because of what I do. And it just shows you where a lot of people's mentality is as far as giving free information and making a quick penny out of you. And if I ever get like that, somebody slap me, please, because that just it sucks. It hurts. It hurts. Okay. Okay, so I got certified in lashes. I'm taking a second course because I believe it was the teachings I received. Is it necessary to retake a course or learn on my own with the media such as your videos? Okay, so when it comes to taking um another course, this is something that I always say about my videos, right? My YouTube channel is not meant to replace what you will learn from an in-person training. I don't want you guys thinking that, oh, I'm never going to pay for a training because why? I already have Yogi's videos or I have somebody else's YouTube videos. I could learn everything from TikTok. No, I don't recommend for you to go that route. If you guys have already taken a previous training and you learned everything from A to Z, but you still feel like there was something you missed and you're kind of lost and you don't know what it is that you're doing, that's what YouTube is for. That's what TikTok is for, is to keep learning and keep growing and learn as much as you can, because the way that I teach is completely different from what your trainer is going to teach you. You know, like everybody teaches differently, everybody sees things differently. So there's nothing wrong from learning a little bit about from me, a little bit from so and so, and there's nothing wrong to leveling up your skills and continue your education. So again, that's what my videos are for, is to help you understand the basics and learn new techniques and new styles. As far as depending on solely my YouTube channel to be a lash artist, I don't recommend for you to go that route. I recommend for you to take an in-person training, because there's something about taking an in-person training that just blows your mind, especially if you do your research and go with the right person. You obviously do not want to be paying $600 for a cheap trainer. Just saying. So do your research, make sure you invest in a good trainer, and just remember that your first training is not going to be it. You're not going to learn everything you need to learn about being a lash artist from your first training, because in reality, you learn that from being in that lash room. So you learn from your mistakes. You learn when you are actually lashing on a real person. That's how you learn, and that's how you grow and improve. You don't learn from watching YouTube videos. Like, you don't learn from, I mean, technically you do, because now you're learning new techniques. But if you all you're doing is watching videos and practicing on a mannequin, you're never really gonna fully learn. So taking a training will help you understand and see things differently, because maybe you're doing something wrong. Maybe you're placing the lashes wrong. Maybe you're holding the tweezers wrong. Maybe you're using the glue incorrectly. And these are things that your trainer can catch and fix them for you. Or even if it's your first training, your trainer will be the one catching all these bad habits before you actually form them into bad habits. So that's just the way that I see it, especially because I do focus on one-on-one trainings. Again, I'm not going to be doing that no more. I'm going to be focusing on bigger group trainings, just because I do want to dedicate my weekends to you guys now. So again, what was I saying? Yes, trainings. I just had a total brain fart. I'm thirsty. I had no water up here. Um, okay. I hope that made sense. Did I go off topic, or is that what? Okay, Kenya. I noticed that I tend to go off topic a lot, so I'm sorry. If I did not answer your question, then just let me know and I'll talk about it again. Okay, so hello, I just found your channel. I have a question. Is it okay to give women a compliment? Pablo. Okay, I don't know if this is a guy or a girl. Ishren, Ishren, Iskren, Vash, Pablo. Pablo, is that you? Um, if Pablo is asking if it's okay to give women a compliment. I don't know if um that's a girl or a guy. Let me see. Mm, is he okay? Pablo, let me know if you're a guy or a girl. Answer down below because it's different if you're a girl. It's different if you're a guy. Because a woman can give women compliments and we won't take it offensively. If anything, we'll be like, oh, thank you. If it's a guy giving a woman a compliment, it's kind of like, thank you, but like, how did you give the compliment? In a creepy way where you were sexualizing us, where we're just like, thank you? Or in a like, you sincerely meant it and just we like in a nice way, then that's okay, thank you, you know. But again, the way a woman compliments another woman is completely different from when a guy compliments a woman, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little weird. I don't want to get into it, but that's totally off topic from what we're talking about. So um yes, I know it's crazy. You really see who is riding with you or not. Yes. When you start your lash business, you will know exactly who is your friend and who is not. Is it good to post the beginning and ugly lashes? Of course. Like, that is one thing you want to be doing, is posting your ugly work. Do it. To this day, I have not deleted my ugly posts because I like to go back and be like, wow, I've come a long way. And the good thing about it too is that when you are 2, 3 years into it, you can take those old photos and be like, look how I started and look how much better I've gotten. Like, and people see that as an accomplishment, you know, like I love to see that. I love to see that you're trying. You should be proud that you even placed one lash on somebody's lash. Like, you should be proud that you did that. So post it, you know, if that's all you got, post it. And don't be afraid to post your work. Like, I, to this day, was not ashamed of posting my ugly work. And I don't understand why girls, once they get good and they get to that level where they feel so confident in their work, they go back and delete all their ugly work. And it just, it seems wrong to do that. It seems so wrong to delete your old work because, at least for me, it shows improvement. It shows that you're trying. It shows that you've come a long way. And there's nothing wrong with keeping your old work on there. There's nothing wrong of posting your work, especially as a beginner. How do you expect somebody to see that you're actually lashing if you have no content, even if it's ugly or not? Like, there's, you have to post something, like even if it's not your best, even if you feel like it's not perfect, maybe to you, you might think it's not perfect, but for somebody that doesn't not know about what a good lash should look like, to them they might think, oh, she's good, I'm gonna go with her. So don't underestimate yourself, don't undervalue your worth, because somebody might come and be like, oh, she looks good, I'm gonna go to her, you know, even though it was probably done bad, but that one post ended up getting you a client. So again, trust yourself, just post it on there. Can't believe I caught a live. Lord A. Mercy, LOL, you're the reason I got certified during COVID, but it didn't work out for me. I'm not consistent and Atlanta is so saturated. No, it's not. No, it's not. Shy. Shy. Shy Davis. No. No, girl. Let's not go there, okay? I could have a full-on conversation with you. I will personally call you up right now and be like, what? No. Oh no, that breaks my heart. Okay. I have a friend out in Atlanta, and he's been trying to get me to go out there to do a training, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll one day show up there and be like, who wants to get trained by me? But let's put this in perspective, okay? How big is Atlanta truly? Like, I'm pretty sure it's big, right? Atlanta is a big place from what I know and I've heard. Okay, maybe it is saturated, but there is no you. Maybe the lash artist next door, maybe she's good, but if you give it your best, in 10 months, you could be better than her. I'm just saying, like, do not undervalue yourself. Do not doubt yourself. Just because some girls have been doing it for a little bit longer than you does not mean anything, because you can come in and totally destroy everybody. And I'm telling this from experience because I had this one girl who was barely 6 months in when about a year ago, yeah. Was it a year? 6 months? Not, I think she barely completed her 1 year being a lash artist. So 6 months ago, I barely found out about this one girl, and her work was beautiful, like beautiful, beautiful. And she had a pretty good following. She had like about 2,000 followers, right? 6 months in. She was only 6 months in. And I reached out to her and I was like, wow, like your work is so beautiful. Like you have inspired me to work harder because your work is just so like on point, you know? And when I messaged her, she was like in shock because she's like, wow, like I learned everything from you. Like I never thought that you would ever message me. Like this is crazy. Like she was fangirling, which I'm just like, I don't know what it is. When girls fangirl over me, I'm just like, but why? It's just me. I don't know what it is. Like I don't see myself like that, you know? So it's cute. Like I love it, but it kind of puts me like in a uh what? So she was fangirling and she ended up admitting that she was only 6 months in. And when I looked at her work, I was like, nah, you're not 6 months in. Like, no way. Like your work looks like you've been like three, four, like longer than me, you know? And she knows she was 6 months in, but I was blown away of how good she was. And she admitted that she learned everything from my YouTube channels. And obviously, she took my information and just completely took her own styling out of it. Like, it just blew my mind, right? So now she's like barely 1 year in, probably a couple of months over. Like, I would say 1 year, right? This girl is the most sought out trainer. She is just killing it. I believe she's starting her own product line. She's only 1 year in, okay? 1 year in, but she's killing it. I've been almost 5 years in and I barely feel like my brand is starting up, right? And to see this girl 10 times bigger than me, like, I believe she has about 40,000 followers on Instagram. Um, and obviously on Instagram, people see you as a little bit more. Like they don't really look at YouTube following as you being a somebody. They only look on Instagram as, you being somebody. So obviously she has a bigger following than me. And I'm so proud of her because I'm like, wow, like she doesn't even have the kind of experience that I have, but she is doing so much better than me, right? And that just shows you that anybody can come into this with a saturated industry and make a name out of themselves. And it's crazy and it blows my mind because what if you are that somebody that you work your butt off and you post as much as you can and you just go, go, go and work hard, and what if you're that next girl that is taking the industry by a storm, you know? So my point is, don't doubt yourself. This industry is never going to be saturated. Look at the makeup industry, okay? The makeup industry is huge, right? Huge. I remember 10 years ago when Jaclyn Hill and all these beauty influencers were like becoming a thing, right? And now these girls have their own product line, but then there's still these new young age artists that are coming into it, taking TikTok by a storm, and they're the new it girls. So my point is, there's always going to be new influencers, there's always going to be new artists coming into this and changing the way everything is. Like I believe I changed the industry by providing free content because nobody was doing it at that time. And I know that the older generation is kind of pissed off about it because they don't want free information out there. They want for people to pay for the trainings. And obviously, all these YouTubers that were coming into the lash industry and sharing their information changed the way that the lash industry is now. And now all these older people have no They have no choice but to start sharing their information, right? So my point is that things are always going to change. People are going to come and go. Lash artists who have been in the industry probably for 10 years are falling out because they can't keep up with it, or it's just they're not into it no more. So I'm saying is that, there's always opportunity for you. Even if you feel like Atlanta is oversaturated. I know Vegas is saturated for sure, but that didn't stop me. That did not stop me, and look where I am now. So that's all I'm saying, girl. Okay. Also, back to when I asked about the lashes not sticking when I pinch with the foil back. What is a good way to keep your hands dry? My hands get sweaty, and that could be a factor to pinching. Um, yes. Okay, so a lot of things can be the reason. Baby Kari, you're so cute. I was not expecting any payment from you guys, but oh, thank you. That means a lot. Okay, so could be a factor to pinching. Honestly, that is the reason why I stopped pinching, because your hands do get sweaty, especially if you've been doing those movements back to back to back, back to back. And if your room is hot, of course you're going to sweat. So when it comes to pinching, if your bases are not sticking, so when you do come in and your bases are not sticking, it can be because of the type of tweezers you are using, or I should probably do a video on this. But the reason why your lashes, so when you do come to pinch and you pull back and those lashes come with you, that means that you did not put enough pressure in your tweezers. So I actually have, haha, I ended up keeping some products in my studio because I knew somebody was going to be asking. Okay, so I got my Boss tweezer here. Isn't she so cute? I love her. And then I got some lashes here. So I'm going to show you guys. You probably won't be able to see like fully, but let me show you guys. So I'm going to take some lashes. These are mega volume, so you'll be able to see them a little bit better. Okay. So as you can see, when you come into pinch, so when you, before you pull out, okay, I can't see because all these messages. Oh, no. What am I doing? Okay, I can't see. Well, we'll just we'll just do this, okay? So I can't really see what I'm doing because of all the messages. But when you come into pinch, you're gonna pinch, and you're gonna put a lot of pressure in your tweezers before you pull out. Because if you were to pinch and then you see how I didn't pinch? You see how I didn't put pressure before I let go of my pinch? When I bring my thumb out, all those lashes came out, and that's why my fan looks like this. So if I were to pinch and then put pressure before I let go, then that fan stayed in position. So if you are struggling with your fans coming and spreading all over the place before you put pressure, then that is the big reason why your bases are not sticking. It can also be that you are not using good tweezers with a good grip. Remember, I don't know if anybody taught you this, but to hold your tweezers with 3 fingers. I like to keep this finger as close as possible as I can towards the tip, because then that's what's going to give me the best pressure. So pressure plays a huge role on how you grab those lashes. So just remember that. And remember to fully put pressure once you have that fan, fully put pressure before you let go of your thumb, because if you were to bring out your thumb before you put pressure, all those lashes are going to come with your thumb and it's going to destroy the whole fan. So I answer a bunch of these questions in my mega volume and volume online courses. And again, you do get access to my online courses for free on my Yoyis Plus membership. And I mean, what better way to get courses and get certified and just level up your skills? So take advantage, guys. And then also remember that with my membership, you guys do get free mentorship. So I do weekly lives just like this one on my membership. So I recommend for you guys to go sign up because you'll be able to sit down with me a lot more and get some of your questions answered. So yes, just letting you guys know. Okay, also a way to clean tweezers. Again, through my membership, especially my beginner classic course, I give you guys a rundown of A to Z, all about retention, timing, sanitation, and cleanliness, how to set up for your clients. What else? All about your glues, uh, eye infections, like everything you guys need to know in my online beginner classic course. So even if you have already taken a previous online course, remember you can always learn something new from somebody. So it doesn't necessarily have to be for me, it can be for somebody else. But just remember, just because you already got certified in classic once does not mean that you can relearn some new things. And on my beginner classic course, I give you guys the rundowns of everything from A to Z on being a lash artist, and that means sanitation and how to clean your tweezers. So just as a rundown, the best way that I clean my tweezers is using disinfecting soap with a sponge, and then I throw it in my barbicide water. So if you guys have not gone to beauty school, then you probably don't know this, but through the barbicide, no, the barbicide, what is it? Beauty school, they teach you all about sanitation. Also, you can go on barbicide.com, and through that barbicide, it gives you a whole rundown. It's like an actual online course where it teaches you about cleanliness and sanitation, and you actually get certified upon completion. So having that barbicide certification just shows that you know how to properly clean your tools. That way your clients know that you are doing things correctly. So I recommend for you guys to go take that course and get the certification, obviously. So yes, barbicide, you could get it on Amazon. I dilute it with water, so it's very concentrated. You never want to use just the barbicide straight like that. You want to make sure you dilute it with water. That way it's not so concentrated. Okay. And then I also use a UV light sterilizer after that. So it's a 3-step process. So I clean it with a sponge with disinfecting soap, and then I throw it in barbicide water for like 10-15 minutes. And then after that, I throw it in a UV light sterilizer to fully disinfect everything. Okay. LOL, that was fast. Gonna get the membership. You are the best. You guys are so cool. Paying for a second training in the AM rent is hard, but have to because the first class was shocking and had to pay for this one on Afterpay. Kenya, who are you getting trained by? I'm just curious. I'm not trying to like bash anybody, but um, I hope you did your research, and I hope that you do your money, you get your money's worth. What am I trying to say? I hope you get your money's worth. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm so proud that you are taking your second training, and honestly, it it makes me so proud that you guys are investing in your education and continuing your education, because I know that when I take another training, I'm like, yes. It feels so cool to take another training. And even me at this point, like, I can still learn something new from other artists. So I still take trainings. I've taken a couple online trainings, and honestly, there's something about an in-person training that just feels so much better, but sometimes it feels a little rushed. Not gonna lie, in-person trainings feel a little rushed, because there's only so much time, and especially if you're taking like a 1 day training, it goes by so fast. So if it's up to me, I would always take like a 2 day or 3 day training. They're just the best. Okay, so and the fact that you're doing Afterpay, yes, like that's just the way to go, especially if you have rent and all that. It's totally understandable. So it's a good thing that trainings now offer Afterpay. So that's good. I have a difficult in isolation when lashing volume. Please help. Again, Phoebe, so I do have an online volume course where I do go into detail with volume lashing, and through that I show you guys my special technique on the shimmy technique that I mix with the flower cup. So through there you guys will learn how I do the technique without ever using isolation. So while I'm over here isolating, I never let go. I know that when it comes to pinching, you let go of isolation and come and pinch, and then you have to come back and try to re-isolate with one hand, and it's so dang hard, and that's why most of your time goes into isolation. So with my online volume course, you guys will be able to learn how to make fans with one hand and how to isolate, never letting go. So all you have to do is come over here on your lash tile and make those fans, and then dip it in the glue, and then come and place it, so you never let go of isolation. That is the biggest game changer that has ever happened to me in my lashing career, is being able to learn how to make a fan with one hand and never letting go of isolation, because there's something about pinching that takes forever, there's something about isolation with one hand that takes forever, and if you can eliminate all of that, I promise you guys, you're gonna be able to lash so much faster and make those fans like nothing. Why does it feel hot? Okay. um well, in this time, because this is hard. My time, I will help so much because this is hard in a gritty industry. Yes. I mean, with any industry out there, there are greedy people everywhere. So, yes, you don't have anything to prove. You are significant help. I thank God for you. God bless you, and you're going forward. Thank you so much. Honestly, that's all. I try to remind myself that it's more than just me at this point, and I try my best to be able to help out the next artist who does need my help, and I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy, and I'm just saying this because I've heard stuff being said about me, and I've been I don't know, it's just weird, and I'm at this point in my career where I'm like, it people don't really know me, and I'm being judged for doing what I do, and at the end of the day, I don't care. And it's crazy to say this because I am somebody that cares deeply and truly, and I love everybody, and I wish that I could just pour my heart and my soul into everybody. But I've come to find out that even the people that you care about, or even the people that you thought were your friends online, end up being the biggest backstabbers, and it feels like high school all over again, and I'm just over it. I am over everything. I think that's why I've been keeping to myself lately, and I've only been very close to the people who have been truly supportive of me. And everybody else, I'm just like, you know what? I don't have time for you. Like, not you guys in any way, but like the people who I thought were my friends and my supporters, and it just shows you that everybody loves you when you're the influencer. Everybody loves you when you're supporting other brands. But the moment that you are doing something for yourself, you create your own brand and you're trying to get ahead, people are like, who does she think she is? And that sucks. To me, that sucks. And it was a huge eye opener to see people treating me a certain way, and I'm over it. So my focus is going to be on you guys again, and my focus is going to be on doing what I love. And I'm telling you guys, I'm so excited to be back, and you have no idea how excited I am putting my whole studio together. If you guys were to see it right now, this room is a mess. There's like boxes everywhere. So I'm actually coming out with a vlog, and in that vlog, I kind of talked a little bit about like setting up my office area, right? And it feels weird. Feels weird to be back, but like in a good way, like when I guess because my mind has been everywhere, my product line, my trainings, and my tour and traveling, and like there's just been so much going on, especially the whole moving thing. My focus has not been on YouTube, even though I have been releasing YouTube videos. My focus has not been on YouTube, so it does feel a little bit weird now that I'm vlogging again. Now that I'm like sitting here with you guys and creating content, it feels so good, and it just shows me that I missed you guys, and I love this. I love doing this for you guys. So feels good to be back. Okay. Hello. Chaco, sorry, I'm using my son's account on YouTube. I'm looking into being a lash tech. Chaco, hello. So I recommend for you to do your research and take not online, in-person training. It is the best way to go, especially as a beginner. It is the best thing you can do for yourself is to take an in-person training. If you can't, for whatever reason, you're a single mother, you can't afford it, you got bills to pay, or you just don't have the money, then I recommend to take an online training. So if you were to sign up for my membership, you do get access to all my online courses, and you do get certification upon completion. The only thing about it is, because you do get access to my online courses through my membership for free, I do not offer kits with it. So you will have to buy the kits separately, and I can send you guys links for that. I'm actually getting ready to put my kits together, so they're coming out very, very soon. But yes, what I'm trying to say is, if it's your first one, take an in-person training, and if for whatever reason you can't, then your last resort will to be do an online training, and I do have those. So I recommend for you guys to go check out my membership, and everything is on my website, yois-beauty.com, lashbeauty.com. So yes, um, I live in Atlanta too. Please come so I can get training from you. You know what? Like, I have been getting a lot of requests from people in Atlanta, and I never really looked into it. I don't know why, but I do have a friend out there, and he's been telling me to go, but I think it just like went over my head. So I might have to do one out there. I will have to plan one out. So if you guys are interested, because I know that right now I'm only doing like volume, makeup volume, and wispy styling. So that's like my tour training right now. So if you guys are interested, would that be something that you guys would be okay taking as far as a training? And it will be like a 2-day training, so you'll learn volume, how to lash faster, how to get density in your sets, and how to create the strip lash look. So I will be able to do all of that for you guys. So if you guys are interested, let me know. Okay. um you guys are so awesome. I like to keep in touch with everyone here because we all learning. It has been a great live. I'm having so much fun with you guys, honestly. That's so cute. You guys want to know the real reason why I'm even here? Okay, so like I mentioned, through my membership, you get free mentorship. So I do these lives weekly on my Facebook private group chat through my membership, right? So all these girls get free training through there, right? And on there, I make announcements when I'm gonna go live. So tell me why I was sitting on my Facebook group chat for like 10, 15 minutes and nobody jumped on. And I'm just like, did I, like, what? Like, does nobody want to get training by me? Like, does nobody want like nothing from me? I was like, okay. So I had already planned out this whole 2 hours to give to my members, right? And nothing came out of it. So I'm just like, you know what? I have the time. I have not done a live in like years. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump on here, and it has turned into something so beautiful, and I'm so happy to be here, and I'm excited. Hold on, give me a second. What's up? Hello? What's up? They got out.
Yes.
How'd they get out?
I don't know. We were just in the room, and then I was gonna go downstairs.
They were downstairs by themselves?
Yes.
Girl.
And I was gonna go downstairs, and then all I see is
Because we came up so she could take a shower.
I'm still on the line. You want to say hi?
Hello.
You said my dogs pooped?
Yes, they did poop.
Okay. Okay, I'll go down in a bit.
They did 3 poops. 3 poops.
It's been, yeah, because I've been locked up for like a whole hour. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's what's going on. Okay, so uh I think I'm gonna have to end it here, guys. So I'm so sorry. I know it's been like almost 2 hours. Wow, it's been a good chat. So apparently my dogs got out and they pooped, so I have to go check on that, on all that. So yes, if you guys, again, I do these on my membership. So if you guys do want to be able to get this kind of access and get training for free, then I recommend for you guys to sign up to my membership because that's where most of my time is being spent at. So yeah, I know I've been talking a lot about my membership, and that's because I'm so excited. I offer so much, and for the price that you pay is priceless. Like honestly, you guys are paying pennies compared to the information that I give you guys, and you guys get trainings for free. You guys get discounts, half off, and free shipping within the states. Like it's just crazy. Nowhere else are you guys gonna get this kind of deal anywhere. No other lash brand offers memberships, and if they do, they charge an arm and a leg, and you still have to pay for trainings, and it's just ridiculous. So, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I had so much fun talking to you guys and sharing a part of me that I never thought I could share with anybody. And I I'm happy to be here. I'm really happy, and it's been a good Saturday. And thank you, everybody who joined me, and for all the questions. I enjoyed answering all of them. So, yes, if anything, I will try to do these at least once a month. Just again because my all my time is going to the membership. I will try to do my best to offer these for you guys, but I can't promise that because again, my time is very it's all over the place. So yes, thank you guys. I love each and every one of you guys, and I wish you guys all the best and success in your lash journey. So I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys.